Hi everyone, Tally and Farrell here from Board of It, and today we're going to be bringing you a preview of the latest Top Shelf Gamer Kickstarter campaign, which is going live on Kickstarter the day this video is released, which is the 1st of October 2021. Top Shelf Gamer is a company known for creating high quality board game upgrade components, and they're usually creating sets which are made for a specific game, like the Viticulture set or the Scythe set. But the aim of this Kickstarter campaign is to bring you some different mixed sets which aren't tied to a specific game, to give you more flexibility with how you use the components.
Yeah, so 3 of these boxes are components that they have previously made and just kind of remixed together in one box with a common theme. And then the last box is brand new stuff. So why don't you start taking us through? Absolutely.
So there's 4 different sets, as you can see here, or volumes as they're calling them, since the boxes are designed to look like books. And you can buy a volume individually, or you can buy the whole set of 4. So if we start over here, this is the treasure chest volume, which is made up of all your kind of core board game components that you see time and time again in board games, like wood, metal, gold, and the like.
Yeah, stone.
Stone.
Yeah, so they do say this is for the essential, this is like the essential for core kind of volume, because it has just the most generic resources there.
Exactly.
And then
we have the Harvest Handbook. So this is featuring all of the most common food components. So you've got sacks of grain in there, some corn, wheat, meat, pumpkins, etc. I think this one is my favourite one. I think the components in there are very cute. An essential for those who like Euro games, as is Treasure Chest. And then moving on to this one is Elemental Essentials. So you've got things in here like water tokens, blood droplets, lightning, smoke tokens, things like this.
Yeah, fire, ice.
Yeah, very original. It's a really kind of cool concept there. And then the final volume is the Cataclysmic Compendium.
And this is the new stuff.
This is the new components that are kind of aimed towards post-apocalyptic games. Yeah. So you've got petrol cans, some toxic waste, some bullets, some skeletons, things like this.
Yeah. So one thing that is really great about these is just the level of detail. All the components are made from either resin, metal, or they're moving into acrylics for some of the new one. And they're just, I think they're all hand detailed and custom made, and really the detail's incredible. Like on the wood, you have tree rings because there's a little stump, or sorry, a little log, and just there's all these little details, and it really makes these resources pop, so to speak.
Definitely.
But what I want to say about what we think about these is, so we're contacted to do this video for the Kickstarter, and upgrade resources was something I'd never really thought of before. They never really attracted me. I've seen photos, but I kind of do like the the little wooden tokens that come with games, and I just wasn't convinced. But I thought I talked it over with Tally, and Tally was kind of excited to see what these would be like. And I did some research into the company, Top Shelf Gamer, and everything is so exceedingly positive about them. Whether it be meeting them at conventions and how pleasant they are in person, or just that how well they treat their customers, in that they kind of gift wrap everything they send out. They give you a little thank you note, and it just seems like they're really well received, and they've been around for a while, since 2014. So I thought, well, they've been very pleasant to us, and it's nice to support someone in the board game community who's been around and obviously doing well. So we thought, okay, let's do it. And then as soon as I actually got these components in my hand and kind of unwrapped it and saw them, I am now a complete convert into having these upgrade tokens. I think they look absolutely awesome in person, and images just don't do them justice. And I think what's even better than just how they look, and as we said, they're detailed, is the fact that when you have them in your hand, it's the the feel and the weight and the tactility. You know, the gold is made out of metal and it's really hefty, feels like a gold bar. Some of these are just really nice to touch. Even when you have things like stone and the coal, it even seems to appear that every piece is unique in some way, rather than like one repeated. So I'm completely convinced, basically, by these, and they're so much cooler and better looking than I thought they would ever be. So I personally recommend it.
I just love how detailed they are, like you said. The grooves on them and everything like that, and it really kind of looks like a lot of care was taken into each individual piece, which is really amazing. And just aside from the components themselves, I also really love how they the outside box is designed to look like a book. I think it's a really, really nice touch.
As you've probably seen, they look really nice on our shelf.
We have them actually on the bookshelf as if they were real books.
And one of actually the stretch goals for this Kickstarter might be to create a magnetic opening for them, so they actually open like a book, which I think would be incredibly cool.
Be really cool.
So it's another reason to back. But what we should talk about, because these are designed for the flexibility, as you said, what games do you use them for? Some suggestions. So the first thing to note is that there is a living document, which we'll put in the link down below, as well as the link for this Kickstarter. And this tells you what components can be used for what games from which set. And hopefully this will be updated over time with more suggestions. But you can go and look at that. But some of the ones that would be a highlight for us is, as you can hopefully see now, we think Le Havre would be an excellent one, because you can replace almost every resource in Le Havre with some of these, mainly from the first 2 volumes. And it just looks really awesome on the table. Another one would be Brass Birmingham, because you can replace the coal and the iron. And then again, it looks really nice. They make the game pop. Then some other cool ones that I've seen include Nemesis, where the fire tokens are replaced with the fire tokens from Elemental Essentials. Damage tokens are made with the blood drops. And the gears are the metal gears from the Cataclysmic Compendium. And it looks really nice.
Res Arcana, which is one that I would say you wouldn't typically think about upgrades for. But because, again, you have this flexibility with these boxes to use them in multiple games, that would be something that you could then have an upgrade for. You wouldn't ever probably go and buy one specifically for.
Elemental Essentials would be absolutely perfect for Res Arcana, which is a favourite of us. Architects of the West Kingdom, you can use some of the kind of, the bricks and the metal and the gold for. That's another one.
Barrage is one where you could take, again, from Elemental Essentials, the water token. And I really like that idea of being able to just take a single upgrade from one of the boxes and apply it to a game. It's not something I'd ever really thought about before being able to do. So just literally replacing 1 or 2 things from a game as and when you see fit. I think that's pretty cool that these will give you the flexibility to do things like that.
I think the biggest compliment we can give is that for that shot of Le Havre, it actually made me want to play Le Havre again to use the resources, and neither of us are very hot on Le Havre.
Well, I kind of want to play it again. I just got mad at it because I was bad.
Yeah, you despised it the first 2 times we played. So I think the bottom line for us is that these are luxury upgrade components. So obviously they're not necessarily for the enjoyment of a game, but if you're at all interested, if it's something you've thought about, I can definitely recommend these Top Shelf Gamer ones. But again, it's if you want to, there's definitely something you don't have to run out and get. But if you're interested, if you think they're cool, then this is the company to go and support. This is the Kickstarter's back. Because it will definitely upgrade your experience. It'll increase the immersion, and just adds this like extra loveliness of using the components, the physical weight of them, how they look, and it just kind of elevates your board game night.
I think this is probably the way. Maybe if you're new to upgrades and want to try some, it's probably a great way of getting into it, because these are so flexible, like we keep saying. But the fact that you can just apply them to so many different games is a good entryway, I would say, if you're
exactly.
think that you might be interested in starting to get some upgrades. So perfect.
Because I guess you get almost more use out of them than buying one kit for one game.
Yeah.
But so as we said, the link is down below, as well as the link for what games you can use which ones for. And please go and support Top Shelf Gamer, because I mean they seem to be a really amazing, lovely company. But also, thanks for watching. And if this was helpful in any way, please subscribe. We usually do kind of concise board game reviews. We try to keep them less than 15 minutes of whatever interests us, and you can check those out on our page if you haven't seen us before. We do a few other things as well, like occasionally previews, obviously, when something really grabs us. But thanks for watching, and we appreciate your time.
Yeah. Bye-bye.